What is up, Reds? Welcome to the match build-up show. Steve, I don't know about you. I've been waiting. I've been waiting since the group stage for this. I love two legs, middle of the week Champions League. I feel like at this point, the Champions League is what we live for. In my opinion, I feel like I value the Champions League higher than any other competition. Okay, I know the Premier League's important, but the Premier League is almost like a secondary to the Champions League. I feel like this is where this team can really show how good they are, and Klopp's going to have a hell of a time choosing the team. But first off, Steve, what's up?
What's going on? I think he already knows who he's playing.
Oh, yeah, he's known probably since we won the group.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm fired up. I'm a Premier League guy until later in the year. I just want to win the league. Like, if we win the league and don't win the Champions League, I'm okay. If we win the Champions League and don't win the league, I'm still okay, but just not as okay.
See, I'm the opposite. I'd rather let us know what you guys what do you guys think? I would much rather have the Champions League than the Premier League, especially given we finally, broke that 30-year curse or whatever. We got the Premier League. Now, it's just kind of like, it's annoying that City are so good in the league, but the Champions League is, I don't know. The people over there, they say, they have a phrase, it's like, it's different gravy. I don't know how stupid I look saying that, but no, but seriously, I feel like that's the Champions League, bro.
For me, it's like, if you're Real Madrid, like, you want to win the Champions League more. A Real Madrid supporter right now, I think.
Okay.
But I don't want that one win in 30 years to be the only win.
Oh, no, but that's not what I'm saying,
No, but if we don't win it this year, who knows what happens? Players are getting older. Who knows what's going to happen with Mane and Salah, right? Like, we have this window. We have to win at least two premierships with this side.
Sure.
Before things change.
Yeah. I mean, of course, there's always the possibility we win both. I'm just saying, if we look at it this way, I mean, the Champions League, I get hyped, right? That's why I'm doing a match build-up show. Like, we really never do match previews on this channel. But, like, the Champions League is just, it's different gravy. You know what I'm saying? First off, shout out to everyone in the chat. Amir, Daniel, Tony, what's going on to everyone? Let us know your thoughts in the chat. Daniel thinks we win the Champions League. I'm very hopeful we'll win the Champions League. But going up against Inter Milan, right? We had this scenario earlier in the year where they drew. Who did we originally draw? And they had to redraw. Didn't we draw, like, wasn't it Salzburg? All right, we drew, I feel like we drew Salzburg.
Yes.
Okay, it was Salzburg. And then something happened. Ended up having a redraw. We get Inter Milan.
I think it was Salzburg.
Off the bat, take me back to when you found out that we were playing Inter Milan. What were you thinking?
Well, that's not as ideal.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
That's
compared to Salzburg, yeah.
But you and I talked about this not too long ago. They're not the same team that they were. Not even close.
Yeah.
Right. They're not the same team. They don't have the same manager. Right?
No, I don't
Conte.
know. Yeah, because Conte was managing them. The thing is, though, the good news, and I guess this is just an optimistic view of looking at things from a Liverpool perspective, they're going to be without Barella and Bastoni, I believe, which great defender and then great midfielder. So, but you still look at the likes of Edin Dzeko up front, Lautaro Martinez, who's just outstanding. They're both pretty solid. And Dzeko's old, though. When you think about those players in isolation, you're like, they have a solid attack. But then you think about who they could potentially be going up against. Like some Matip, Van Dijk. I mean, Konate even. I mean, come on. I mean, maybe Konate. I think Matip should play this match, of course. But those are experienced defenders going up against an experienced attacker. It's a very enticing game. But I really don't think they're... Even if they had Lukaku, I wouldn't necessarily be as worried. But when you compare him to Salzburg, yeah, it's not an ideal draw. How do you feel about them taking away the away goals rule?
I think it's interesting. I don't know how I feel about it yet.
Yeah.
It's definitely different. I was actually just looking through Inter's like recent form here, and they're not in great form either.
Yeah.
Like, not only are those players going to be like we're going to outmatch them, and that's just to build upon what you just talked about. With yeah, they have some quality players when you look at them individually, but coming up against a Liverpool defense that actually even hasn't been stellar this season, in my opinion, I think they're outmatched.
We've
Like, I
had
think,
waves. Yeah.
yeah.
With like good defense. But sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
How do you feel about the away goals situation?
See, I actually, it's funny. I didn't even realize it until I was in the middle of doing the match reaction for the Burnley match over on Anfield Agenda, and I was like, the away goals rule. I want a goal, and then I realized I was like, wait, they took that away, and part of me misses like the absolute thrill. I guess you can't even call it thrill. It's more so anxiety and stress of like stressing about the away goals rule when you go back home. Like, oh, we could win 3-0, but we didn't. We lost 1-0 away. So I guess it takes that stress away. And it's more so just like who can win, who can flat out score more goals, and who can defend. So I think if you look at it in that perspective, it's actually good. But there's something about the away goals rule, you know what I mean? That just kind of added a different gravy to the.
Jeez, you got enough
I'm
gravy?
just not going to stop saying it.
It's it makes it more fair,
It definitely makes it more fair. That's for sure.
more boring, but more fair.
I don't even know if you can say boring. It's just more. Um, I feel like it's just less stressful. What do you guys think? What do you think about the no away goals rule? Let us know in the chat. John, what's going on? Now let's go into who's predicted to start. I know you said Klopp has already had a starting lineup predicted for months, but in my opinion, we're probably going to see what Klopp views as his best team because, knock on wood, everyone's available right now. Pretty much everyone's available. So Klopp's going to go with who he thinks is the best team. Like, no question. I think where he's going to face some dilemmas is maybe like one of the attackers up front, one midfielder. I think the back five is stapled on. I don't think you can change that. I'd be very surprised if he put Konate in. I think Matip plays.
Yep.
But
Well,
what
it's
are
a
your
must
thoughts?
win.
Midfield
Um,
especially.
Fabinho, 100%.
100%.
Thiago.
Oh, this is what I'm saying. This is tough.
I mean,
What do you guys think?
I don't know if Hendo should start. I mean, he's the captain.
I think Hendo starts.
Klopp keeps that in mind when he's doing this. You know? Gosh. If it was me, are you asking me or what I
I'm
think he's
asking
going to do?
you. You're the
I think
only
he's
one
going to do
here. I'm
Fabinho,
asking you.
Henderson, Keita, and bring Thiago in off the bench.
Oh God, yeah, and I know
I think that's what he's
exactly.
going to do.
Yeah.
But what he should do is just swap Thiago and Keita, in my opinion.
So
And then
Fabinho,
Bobby will
Hendo,
sit.
Thiago.
Fabinho, Hendo, Thiago.
Hendo,
Yeah.
Thiago. I think that's what he'll go with. I really do. I think Hendo has been in this position. He's experienced, winning runs in the Champions League, not to mention Champions League trophy in that midfield. So is Milner. Milner's always there for a shout. I don't think Milner's going to play though, or start at least. There's
Yeah, if
always
we
the
get up
chance.
2-0, he'll play.
Yeah, he will. There's always the chance that Milner, or not Milner, there's always the chance that Hendo and Keita are swapped. There's always that chance. But I think this is a little different. And I guess I just think back to, when Keita's healthy and we have a Champions League match, if we go back to when we played like PSG or when we played, other Champions League matches, Keita would play. But again, I can't remember if Hendo was healthy. Fabinho has to start. No question in my mind. Thiago's got to play, dude.
This is what we bought him for.
You have to play Thiago. Thiago, and I am actually going against what I said. I said I would rather have Keita than Hendo. Oh, but Henderson's got to play.
He has to.
He has to.
Because this is a must win. Like, who knows what Klopp's going to do? He does like to rotate. Maybe he sees something for Keita there. Maybe he sees something for, I don't know, Ox. He surprises us. He surprises us.
If Ox starts this game, I'll I mean, look, I'm not going to be upset, but I'm going to be like, what the hell is going on?
Well, he just sees weird things. And
Yeah,
like he should start Jota, Mane, Salah. That's what he should do.
that's what he should do.
Yeah.
But
But who knows what he'll do there?
I think I was, there's a lot of different opinions on this. I know a lot of people think Jota should start. Completely validated. Guy's insane. The amount of his production is next level. But Firmino, Mane, and Salah have been here year after year after year. They have been known to put 5, 6 past teams in this tournament, dude. We have seen teams lose their dignity packing from this competition because of Bobby, Mane, and Salah's counterattack. It's like, I feel like Klopp starts them, and then Jota comes on is like the first sub. And that's not to say that Jota isn't, necessarily the better option. He might be, but I think Firmino starts.
Well, the other thing is Mane sits and Jota plays on the left. But here's the other thing to consider. If Keita's not going to start in midfield, like, yeah, Thiago's creative, but he's not that forward-thinking, attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
He's a magician. He can do a little bit of everything, but like Keita will drive the ball forward. Thiago, not as much. If that's the case, if Keita starts, then I think Bobby can sit. But if Keita doesn't start, I think Bobby will start.
That's an excellent analysis because you're right. We can't have a stagnant midfield. It's an excellent point.
He's got to drop back and So.
But what about Thiago? Thiago push forward, or at least he'll put passes.
Not as much
forward.
though. Not as much.
But he won't. It's so you know how Keita will dribble forward.
That's
Thiago
what I mean.
will pass forward.
Right. But it's not the same.
I know.
Who's going to come back to link if
True.
Bobby's not there?
Very true. Very true. I want to go back to what you said. There's a possibility that Mane doesn't start. If I'm Klopp, there's no way Klopp doesn't start Mane. I don't think there's any world where he doesn't start. I think there is a world where Firmino doesn't start. But again, that's just me. Will Davey says Luis, Jota and Salah. God, I feel like there's a slim chance to no chance that Luis Diaz starts this game. There's just
I haven't even
there's no way
thought about him.
Yeah. Dermot County says Mane is starting full stop. I agree. There's no question. So Amir here, Curtis Jones starts for me over Thiago and Keita. As much as I like Jones, that's bold. That is bold, Amir. You never know. You never know, though. Like you were saying, you never know what Klopp has in store. We have just been calling for Thiago, Fabinho for weeks now. Ever since Thiago came back and was healthy, that's what we've been calling for. Another Steven.
Thiago's a Champions League legend.
He is, and yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
No, but he's experienced in the Champions League.
No, he's built for the Champions League.
Yeah,
he's built for the Champions League.
Starts.
And the other thing is like, there's other players that Klopp really likes. Like he loves Elliott.
He does,
dude. He does.
I know.
I don't doubt that Elliott will be a regular starter come the end of the season.
Right.
I don't know who that pushes out. I mean, I'm sure he'll get rotated a bit, but no one thought he was going to start in the beginning of the season. He started every match.
Steve, this is different gravy, bro. This is the Champions League. I'm gonna keep
that goal he had that people were freaking out about, calling it a worldie. Like it wasn't a worldie.
Who? Elliott.
But there's only two people in this squad that can score that goal. It's him and Salah.
Okay.
No one else is going to do that. Could they? Yes, but that's what we're missing when Salah's not scoring. We're missing that.
All right.
Elliott can provide that magic.
Agreed. That goal aside, though, look at it objectively. Just starting lineup, you're going up against Inter Milan at the San Siro. It's the Champions League. You have two legs to get the job done. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's an away match. They have their fans behind them. Are you starting Harvey Elliott over Henderson?
I'm not.
Right.
No.
Okay. So
no.
Yeah, it's not going to happen for me. But I think Curtis Jones.
I'm just saying, there's options. You don't know what
Yeah.
he's going to do.
Yeah.
I mean, he could start Milner.
He could start Milner. How about
He
Millie with the
randomly
new
likes to
contract?
slot Jimmy Milner in there.
Oh my god! But you're right.
He could start Samikas.
Oh god, stop,
Dude, you don't know. You just don't
we
know.
don't know, but we somewhat know.
I mean,
We
I don't
somewhat
know,
know.
dude. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
What's
I bet if
Tony's
you
thought?
look at the lineups from our last Champions League, well, actually, that was stupid because we were smoking everybody.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's a bad example.
Tony wouldn't start Jones. He says he hasn't been playing well enough lately to earn a place in this game. And, I do agree with that. He hasn't necessarily stood out to me to necessarily deserve a starting spot. Let me go over look at Inter Milan's just like lineup here. Because like I said, Barella is going to be out and then Bastoni. But you said they haven't been you said they haven't had
Draw
a
to
good record
Napoli.
recently?
Draw to Napoli. They did beat Roma.
Okay.
Lost to Inter Milan. AC Milan. And then couple wins, 2-1, 3-2 against bottom sides. Drew against Atalanta.
Yeah.
Just the last month or so hasn't been anything to write home about.
Yeah, all right. So they're sitting, and this is in Serie A. They're sitting 1 point behind Milan, AC Milan, with a game in hand. 2 losses in the league. And their last 5 matches haven't necessarily been great. Now, goals, if we look at the goals here, they score a lot of goals. But again, AC Milan is almost identical to them in Serie A statistics. AC Milan didn't pose a threat to us at all. We started Divock Origi against AC Milan. Just think about it for a second.
And he played well.
He did.
Inter finished 3 points above Sheriff in Group D.
Hey, Sheriff beat Madrid, bro. Show some respect.
I'm just saying.
I don't even know where that club is. Where are they at? Are they in Switzerland? Where are they at? Someone please tell me where Sheriff is. Anyways, keep going.
Okay. Let me find out. Moldovan National Division.
I want to look at this team news here.
Next question.
Yeah.
What'd you ask me?
I just said keep going. I think you had a thought going, and I just kind of interrupted you with the Sheriff thing.
They have a good goal differential in the league for sure.
Right. It's big. But so
and they only have 2 losses. Like I think they're the best. I think they're the best team in that league.
Oh, I agree with that.
I think they're the best team in Italy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Their Champions League run's not been impressive though. Really,
no, but when was the last time? I think the last time Inter Milan were even in the round of 16 was probably like a decade ago. Inter Milan hasn't made it into the last 16 in a long time.
I don't know.
I think I'm pretty sure. But anyways, likely Inter 11. I'm looking over here. So you got Handanovic in goal, and looking at the back line of Skriniar, De Vrij, and DeMarco. Dumfries, Arturo Vidal, Brozovic, Çalhanoğlu, Perisic, Martinez, and Dzeko. Solid predicted starting 11. But again, you notice the 2 names that are out. Borelli, I feel like I say his name differently every single time, and Bastoni. Those are solid players. I mean, they might be missed, but Brozovic, solid midfielder. Çalhanoğlu, I don't think he's anything special, but Perisic getting old, Dzeko getting old, still can do damage. I mean, when Dzeko was playing for Roma, I feel like he was doing damage against us, but we had a way different team back then. I think we had Dejan Lovren and Clavin playing or something. Not to say Clavin's not a legend, but
I mean, he's one of the best of all time.
All right. So Jordan Henderson picked up a sore knee against Burnley, but he has been described as fine by Klopp, having recovered over the last 2 days. So maybe even I mean, I know Klopp said he's fine, but maybe he doesn't even start.
It's possible. That's the first thing I said.
Yep, that is.
You never know who's like sore either.
Yeah.
If Thiago's sore, he's not starting.
But if you're not, in my opinion, if you're sore like just sore. Your muscles are sore. And you tell the training staff that you're sore right before a big game and they hold you out, I just feel like that's soft. You got to want to play in this.
Of course, but it's not. Maybe sore is the wrong word. Like,
Yeah,
who was it? Jota had a dead leg.
that's different. That sucks.
Okay, so like, who knows what little knocks got picked up that they didn't feel until the day after the match the other day?
Yeah,
You know,
right.
we'll figure that out. But I think the defense should not change.
No.
But
Matip,
I
Van
think
Dijk?
I wouldn't be surprised to see some changes in the midfield or in the attack for sure. I don't think you'll see Diaz.
No, we don't.
I mean,
You
crazier
can't just
things have
throw him in
happened.
there.
What?
Who you think's captain?
No, I said crazier things have happened.
Crazier things have happened. The most likely thing that we're going to see is a rotation with Jota and Firmino, whether or not Jota plays for Firmino or whatever. I think it might be a smart idea for the away leg to go with your tried and true front three: Firmino, Mane, Salah. Let Jota come in, off the bench. Midfield, that's where you have a little bit of wiggle room. You could do Keita or Thiago. But again, like what if Klopp goes Fabinho, Keita, Hendo? And doesn't start, like, these are all things we got to think about. But I think Thiago Fabinho is probably the most likely scenario. And then it's a question of Hendo or Keita. But I think he would save Keita for the home leg and start Hendo for the away leg. More sturdy for the away leg,
For sure. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're new to the channel. Also, Steven says Samikas is a good shout. Very possible. I haven't seen that guy play in a while. I mean, aside from the cup games. But Amir, I just read he could go Joe Gomez, and I immediately knew he was joking. I was like, okay, yeah, no chance. With Diaz not playing at all against Burnley, I think Klopp is starting him tomorrow. There's no way Luis Diaz starts this game. 0 chance. 1% chance Luis Diaz starts this game. I just don't see it happening. You can't just throw him in that quick.
He's not playing. He's not starting.
Yeah, he's definitely not starting. Whether or not we see him, that remains to be seen. Amir said, if Hendo's not starting, who are you playing captain? That's a great question. Who would? If Hendo's got to play, then that's actually a good point. Because, I mean, you would assume Van Dijk would captain, but Hendo's got to play. So then you're looking at Fabinho and Thiago. I'm pretty confident that's going to be the starting midfield.
Van Dijk would be captain.
He would, because he's an absolute unit.
Or Robbo.
I think he picked Trent captain before Robbo.
I don't think so.
I think Trent is actually ahead of him in the order.
Is there an official order?
Yeah. So it goes Hendo.
When do we ever get that low? How do you even know that?
Because
am I just dumb and I've never seen it before?
You probably just haven't noticed it. So the order is Hendo, Milner, Van Dijk, Trent, and I don't know who would be next. Those are the only 4 I've seen. I don't think
When did Trent captain?
Trent has captained before in like cup games and stuff.
When?
I'm just telling you, I've seen it. I can't pinpoint exactly when it was.
Gini Wijnaldum's captained this damn team as well.
Steve, just trust me, okay? I know the order. That's the order. Okay. But anyways, look, Milner's new contract. You seen this? $140K a week for another year extension. That leads me to believe that we're definitely signing Salah to an extension. Oh, Salah. Forgot. So Salah's after Trent. Okay. So that makes sense. Trent is captain in the League Cup, I think it was. Yeah. That I haven't seen him captain anything else.
So I'll tell you right now. Captain of the team is Hendo, vice captain James Milner, third in line is Virgil. Then the team players voted from numbers 4 through 6, and the 3 they chose were Allison, Trent, and Robbo. But I don't see an order here from those 3. But
okay.
And I don't care. I just wanted you to know he's in the running.
Oh, okay.
If you want Trent to live in the number 4 spot, that's fine.
To me, Trent is the number 4 spot. To me,
But I wouldn't mind seeing that order come to fruition someday.
yeah, it
And
has.
see Robbo take the 4 spot.
Yeah. Oh man, Trent Scouser, kid's just absolute machine. He's got to
not
be
as vocal though.
You don't necessarily have to be vocal to be a captain. It's definitely an important part. I mean, look at Hendo. Hendo is vocal as hell. But sometimes you just lead by example. Look, I'm not getting into the captain debate with you.
It's not a debate.
I know, but you were thinking
but you need to be a leader. You need to actually talk. Like, I don't even know if Trent talks out there. Robbo's screaming. Not. Milner, Virgil, Hendo screaming at the top of their lungs.
Oh yeah, like angry screaming. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Trent's just swaggy on his own island over there.
All right. So Daniel Bradshaw here updating us. PSG won and Man City won. So I did know. Wait, PSG won? Oh, yeah. You said Mbappe had the winner, right? Okay. All right. Well, there's 2 legs, right?
He did.
That's why there's 2 legs.
He had the winner in the last minute of extra time.
Yep. All right. So we talked about that. Predicted lineups. You got a score prediction, Steve? How do you see this one going down?
I've been feeling 3-1 so much lately.
Yeah?
I'm going to go 3-1.
Away. 3-1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. 3-1. Okay. I mean, if we had it here, if we could pull up the 2 lineups next to each other, it would look bad for them. We outmatched them in pretty much every position.
I agree with that. We outmatch them in every position.
And we travel well in the league. I mean, in the Champions League.
I guess what I'm asking you, is this going to be one of those games where we just open up and slaughter them? Like, just hit them with that counterattack that they don't even know what's going on. Their heads are spinning. They don't know what to do. Or is it going to be like we just kind of trickle in the goals throughout the game? Like, I need to know, because I am expecting a dumpster fire at the San Siro for Inter Milan. I am expecting Liverpool to just come out there and just,
a Porto type beatdown.
I don't know if it's necessarily that bad, but I'm ready for it.
I think, this is the first time we've really been at full strength in the Champions League.
Right, I know. That's why it's so exhilarating. Salah's so hungry, bro.
So hungry.
Everyone's hungry. Everyone wants this trophy. After how we got bounced last year, come on. We're hungry.
Oh, for sure. 3-1.
3-1. I'd love to keep a clean sheet. Oh, my God. I'd love to just go there and keep a clean sheet. Tell Edin Dzeko and Lautaro Martinez, y'all are trash. You see these 2? You see these 2 here? This is Big Verge and Matip. Money Matip.
So, do they both start?
I think they play a weird system. It's like a 3-5-2.
I've tried to watch Inter like 3 or 4 times this season, and I just can't watch them.
What is it boring, their style?
Yeah, it's something about the way they play. It's just not appealing to me at all.
Well, it's Italian, dude. Italian football. You can be 45 years old and play in Italy and still be good.
Oh, man.
I'm not saying the Italian league doesn't have good players. I'm saying that it's a slower league. It's a slower style of football. It's not the Premier League.
Definitely different.
It's not La Liga, But
like,
we got their predictions coming in here.
Their defense is good. Their offense, their attack is good as well. I think they can get one. But I don't think their defense is good enough to stop us from outscoring them. I think we'll be too much for them. They haven't played against a team like us yet.
So you're right. There are only 2 ways we give up goals. All right. The first is someone doesn't play the offside trap right or the high line, and someone's onside and breaks away and scores. That's the first one. And that rarely happens because Allison one-on-one is almost unbeatable. Okay, so that's the first way. The second way is a stupid ass, corner or set piece routine where the ball's deflected and then it goes in and like someone just finishes. Allison has no chance. If you give Allison a chance to save it, whether it's, your positioning is good, you make him take a shot, it's very slim chance they score.
I get nervous about the counterattack.
Yes.
It's the high line just gives me nightmares. But when you have Van Dijk and Robbo and Matip and like Trent, sure. But like, I'm not counting on Trent to save the day defensively, if I'm being honest.
I know, but when he does, though, it's like, oh, yes, Trent.
Like, it is nice.
Yeah.
I just don't know if they have the quality up front to punish us.
That's true. I don't think their goal is to try to punish us. I really don't. I think their goal is to try to limit the damage. And if they can catch us on the counterattack, do it. That's what most teams try to do against us, dude, is try to expose our high line or get in behind, play on the shoulder. And that's why Van Dijk is so crucial. That's why Matip is so crucial, because they're so aware. They know where everyone is. That's why it's when you see those rare occasions where there's a misread of a pass and someone gets in behind, it's like, how is this guy one-on-one with Allison? It just so rarely happens. Jonathan says, I can honestly see a 5-0 win. Huh, okay. I don't rate Inter badly, but I can see them slipping for this game. Something tells me I kind of feel that too. I kind of feel that also. I don't know.
Oh, my goodness.
Tony, there are a lot of games coming up close together, so I can see Klopp trying to kill this game off to give us some breathing room at Anfield. Here's what I'll say. This is my closing thought, Steve, and then we'll wrap it up. I don't think Inter understand how little to no chance they have of closing this tie at Anfield. Like, it's not going to happen at Anfield. If they're going to get it done, they need to do it in the first leg.
It's a good point. I'm just looking at stats here. I'm engaged. They don't like. They played Real Madrid in the group.
Okay.
Lost both times.
Okay.
That's the closest team they've played to us.
Who it was Sheriff? I think they lost
both times. Shakhtar.
Come on.
Their goal differential in that group was 3. They scored 1 goal more than Sheriff did.
We were perfect in the group of death. In case you forgot. We also beat Man United 5-0. So
Dzeko has 3 goals in the Champions League. Nobody else has more than 1. Lautaro Martinez, nothing. It hasn't been a great Champions League campaign for them. That's not to say that really means too much, but like they just skated by. Yeah, if they played in a better group and played like that, we wouldn't be having this conversation today.
Right, and you and I have talked about this before. Past performance, it's a good barometer on how you can kind of like see how a team's going to play, but it doesn't necessarily have any impact on what they bring to the table in the upcoming match. You know what I mean? Like we could play phenomenal in the group stages and then get bounced in the next round, right? I mean, that's just, and you're like, oh, we should have won it if we, had a perfect group stage. But yeah,
I think like the uncertainty of Europe is
like the best part.
Top clubs, will be there and get it done on a regular basis. Whether it's City, Liverpool, Real Madrid, like they're winning games in Europe. Like Inter has gotten to the point where they're comfortable in Italy. They won it last year.
Yep.
They're probably the best team in the league again this year, but they're not as good of a team as they were last year.
Right.
So, like, they're comfortable there.
Yeah.
And frequent opponents. Like, I'm being super cocky right now, but they have no idea what they're up against tomorrow. No idea.
No, they don't. And I'm 100% on the same page as you. 100% on the same page. But what has an Italian team done in the Champions League recently? Like
Juventus is lost in the final.
Yeah, but when was that? 2015 against Barcelona. Like that was the last time Juventus went to and that was Juventus. I mean, that team was stacked. That was like the Paul Pogba Juventus. I'm pretty sure.
No.
It wasn't.
No,
you sure?
Ronaldo played against them in like the semis or the finals. They've made good runs.
Okay.
Roma Didn't we
But
play them in the semis?
okay. I'll okay. True. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Napoli's given us fits. You know
Napoli,
that.
Jesus. Don't even Napoli, God. Bane
But
of my
Inter's a
existence.
different story than those. Like I'd
Yeah,
rather
no,
play Inter than actually I'd rather play Roma. But I don't want to play Napoli at all. I hate playing
I
Napoli.
I have no desire to ever play Napoli again.
For as long as I live, I don't want to see us play Napoli again.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know. And Juventus is the top team, right? I mean, they're going to make runs, but I think I'm referring to it as a whole. But look, that's a good match preview, man. I'm just excited as hell to watch this game. I got off of work. I'm gonna do a watch along. It is gonna be hype, y'all. I cannot wait. Steve, I appreciate you being here, man. And thanks to everyone else who tuned in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Any closing thoughts? You all right? You gonna sleep tonight?
Dermot says, I'm not too worried about the high line because Dzeko has no pace and they'll play defensive anyways. That's a great point, man. It really is. Not worried about him on the break or on the counter. He's a skilled veteran, 35-year-old slow striker, but he can score
Finish.
goals.
He can
There's
finish.
no doubt about that.
Yep.
Like I said, he's the only one that's done anything in GPK.
Goals.
He's the only one that's done anything in the Champions League for them this year.
What are you saying, GPK? Is that goals per
GPK, non-penalty goals. I was seeing how many of his goals were pens.
Gotcha.
No.
Yeah. Well, yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in. Yep. Tony, of course, Will Davies. What time is it? It is 5:41 where I'm at. Dermot, thank you again for tuning in. And until tomorrow, Reds, hope you enjoy the match, and we'll see you then. Take care.